Some days are like this, simple and uneventful, which is fine because not every day has to be action packed. Some days are basic, and we need to be content in having basic days. Hi guys. Hi guys. So yeah, today is basically another basic day. Um, I don't really have much to do today. I was going to go to work. I was going to have a meeting with one of my suppliers, but then he called to cancel. So today is basically a resting and reflection day for me. On days that I go to work, it's usually action, action, go, go, which is why I really appreciate days that I don't have to leave the house and go to work because then I have time to reflect. Then I have time to sit down and think about everything that I've done throughout the week and throughout the month and take stock to know where I'm doing well, to know where I'm not doing well. So yeah, I really, really appreciate slow days. Firstly, you will notice that at the beginning of this video, I had a different hairstyle, and that should tell you that the timeline for filming these two videos are different. And that's because after I filmed the beginning part of this video, like a month ago, a lot happened between, right? A whole lot. So I'm not here to talk about that, right? But I just wanted to say that it's okay to pause, right? Sometimes you start projects, you start certain things, and you are not able to complete them in the time frame that you think you should be completing them. It's okay. It's perfectly fine. Sometimes we get pressured with life that, oh my God, I set a target to do this at a certain time and I was not able to do it. It's okay. Life happens. Life honestly happens. So it's okay to take a pause. It's okay to not achieve the things that you wanted to achieve within a certain time frame. The most important thing is that you are moving forward. That is the most important thing. Sometimes we plan certain things, but then life happens and we cannot do those things. The most important thing for me is how do you react, right? Does it take a toll on you? Does it have like a permanent effect on you after that season is over? Because we all go through different seasons in life. After that season is over, how do you bounce back? After that season is over, how do how do you come up again? How do you see yourself? If you notice on my YouTube channel, I was not even posting anymore. That's because I was so overwhelmed. But I'm happy to be filming again, and this is why I'm grateful for basic days. Because on the days that I have a lot to do, I know how overwhelming it can be, which is why I'm actually happy. Sometimes I even get excited when I don't have anything planned for that day, where I can just sit down, watch a movie, eat, do the laundry, clean the house, where I can just reflect, watch some comedy videos, look at everything that I've done and see if I'm on the right track, where I can just be still and let ideas flow, where I can just brainstorm. I really, really live for those days because the things that happen at the forefront is as a result of what happens behind the scenes. But I don't know if you get that. Things don't just happen. For something to happen, for you to be able to do something, it means you must have thought about that thing. It means the idea must have come at a particular time. When you get ideas, you begin to work on that ideas. There's a long process between ideas and execution, right? So before even the execution, the things that happen before the execution actually determines how great or how good the execution is going to be. I hope you understand me. I don't care how people make it seem, but everybody experiences slow seasons. We all experience desert seasons, right? And your desert season or your slow season is a period in time where you are not achieving as much as you feel like you should be achieving. It happens to everybody. There are certain times that you feel like you're on the fast lane, like every goal that you have, you're achieving it. You know, everything that you put your mind to, you can do it. And then there are seasons that you cannot do as much as you want to do because life is happening to you. It's unavoidable. It happens to everybody. You know, I've spoken to quite a number of people, and I've read about, and I know quite a number of people that have also experienced the same thing. So I feel like it's a general phenomenon. It happens everywhere. There are times where you are in a slow season that you cannot achieve as much as you want to. Now, I'm saying that this slow season, this desert season, is equally as important as the seasons that you're achieving everything that you want to do. Why? Because those seasons where you achieve everything, where all your goals are manifesting, everything that you set your mind to is finally happening. They are as a result of the seasons, the quiet seasons, right? It is the quiet seasons that becomes the foundation of the loud season. It is the things that you work on in quiet that eventually come out in the, for everybody to see. So your waiting season, your quiet season, your desert season is just as important because the work that you do on yourself in the quiet season will eventually reflect when the spotlight is on you. And there are sometimes we hear and we see certain people that rose to fame and they were not able to handle it properly, or certain people that got an opportunity and they were not able to sustain it. Basically, because they didn't do enough work on themselves in the quiet season. Sometimes we are too quick to want to be in the spotlight without realizing that it takes a certain level of you need to have a certain level of self, right? You need to have worked on yourself to a certain level to be able to maintain these things when they come, to be able to maintain the spotlight, to be able to maintain the applause. Sometimes we just want the applause without having worked on ourselves to a certain extent, which is the issue sometimes. So it's okay to be in your quiet season. It's okay to be in what you think is your desert season because that period in time is your preparation for the time where you step into the spotlight. That period in time where you feel like you're not achieving your goals and everything, that is your preparation season. That is the time where you need to be working on yourself so that when the spotlight finally comes, when you finally achieve your goals, you would have a track record to look back on. I tell people all the time that working on yourself never stops. If you feel like you've achieved one thing, there will definitely be another thing for you to achieve. If you're climbing a mountain and you get to the top, that mountain that you just got to the top will be the bottom of another mountain that you need to climb. So working on yourself never stops. Like you might feel like you've gotten to your peak, but even when you get to your peak, there is still another level for you to attain. If you feel like you're disciplined now, you can definitely be more disciplined. If you feel like you are so smart now, you can definitely be smarter than you were yesterday. There's always an aspect of yourself for you to improve on. There's always a new level to be unlocked. So I think we should not get too comfortable, right? I just want to say this that one thing about ideas is that they don't come fully formed, right? I've noticed that if you get an idea today, you don't get an idea seeing the full picture, right? You only get the idea seeing one aspect. And it's when you begin to work on the idea that you begin to see the full picture. The more, like, let's say, for example, now the idea is a circle, right? You only get to see one part of the circle. The more you keep working on that idea, the circle that you're in, that you can see, it keeps expanding to the moment where you get to see the whole circle. So ideas don't come fully formed. Ideas don't come whole. The only way that you can get to know everything, the only way that you can get to know how big your idea is when you begin to work on it. Sometimes we get ideas that don't make sense. We feel like they don't make sense. But the more you keep working on that idea, the more that you begin to realize that, oh my God, there is so much to this that I didn't even see before. And even when I started Jetta the brand, I didn't start it as what it is now. It started as something else before it became what it is now. And I'm even it's evolving. It's evolving into something else than what it started as and what it is now. And that's how ideas are basically. That's how it is. What you start as is not the finishing point, right? You don't start at the finishing point. You start at the beginning. And the more you go on that idea, the more you work on your idea, the better it gets, right? As human beings, we are not finished products. We are evolving. As human beings, we are continuously evolving, and there is no limit to who we can become or the things that we can achieve. Today, I can identify as a businesswoman because I run a business. Tomorrow, I can decide to be an engineer or be a pilot. The only limitations we have are the ones that are self imposed. Life is a journey and it's a process. There are always new levels to be unlocked. There are always new heights to attain. You know, you can never have arrived at the finish line. You can never have done everything that you are supposed to do. If you feel like you have done something to a certain extent, there's always something more for you to do. You can always be more than you are right now. It's never too late. Your life is basically yours, and you get to decide when you want to make a change or make a turnaround. You can decide, when you're 30 that you want to do something new with your life, you want to do something else than what you have been doing before. Your identity is basically in your hands. It's your choice. You can decide to become an artist. You can decide to go back to school to study for something else. You can decide to become a tourist. You can decide to become a traveler. You can decide to become a photographer. You can decide to become a creator. Whatever it is that you decide, as human beings, we are not meant to be static. We are not meant to be confined to one place. We are not meant to just be one thing because there is so much that we are capable of. Sun is so hot, very, very hot outside. Now, not every day is a working day. Not every day is a day to go, go, go. Some days actually are calm days. Some days are days you want to relax. Some days are days you just want to have, when you hear about slow mornings, you hear about slow days. Sometimes actually you should just take a pause, especially if you're like a workaholic like me, someone that is always on the go, go, go. Some days just take a pause, just relax, take some time to reflect on your life and the activities that you've done in the past, 1 month, couple of weeks. Take record of the decisions that you've made so far and just breathe. Honestly, like some days are just for breathing. There are times to think, and there's a time to think, and there's a time to act, right? Some of us spend so much time acting that we don't even get to think, and some of us spend so much time thinking that we don't even get to act. But in life, there should be a balance, right? I mean, it's not so easy, but you should actually try. So some days, just breathe. Some days just take a pause for real. Not every day is a working day. Not every day is 100%. In fact, as a human being, it is not possible to give every day 100%. Forget what your motivational speakers are telling you. It is not possible to give 100% every day. So when the time comes for you to relax, when the time comes for you to rest, when the time comes for you to take account of all your activities in the past days, weeks, months, take it. You don't need to feel guilty. Sometimes for those of us that are workaholics, sometimes when we rest too much, we might feel a little guilty that, oh my God, am I not like wasting time or, doing nothing with myself? But you don't have to feel that way. It's okay to take a pause. Ideas come when you are still also. Ideas come when you are a little balanced. Ideas come when you are a little focused. So today I just want to do one or two, you know, nice things for myself. Nothing much, but I just want to sit out, take some time to reflect. Do like I'm going to say that today is not a working day, but I'm sure that I'm actually going to end up doing one or two work anyways. So let's go and see what let's see what the day holds for us.